Hello, somebody asked for a lesson for the song Elpida from Konstantinos Argyros, so here it is. You can find the chords of this song on the site Kithara. I will leave a link in the description. I've checked all the chords and they are correct, only there is mentioned couple sto ena, and that means for the guitarist to put a little tool called capo behind the first fret, and this makes all the notes that are played on the guitar one semitone higher. You can see that the song is written in E minor, but when you put this capo and you play E minor, then it will result in F minor, and the original key of the song is F minor. Only this way the guitarist can play easier chords, and if you would like, you can do the same. You can, for example, if you have a keyboard, you can also play the same chords, so in E minor, and put the transpose on your keyboard to one semitone higher. But my advice is to just transpose the chords in Kithara and then play the original chords, so in F minor. This way you get used to all different chords. I will now start with the intro. I play the intro a little different than in the original song, but it sounds a lot like it. In the original song, it sounds higher. So, for example, if you like it, you can also play the intro an octave higher. So, like this. When you listen to the song, you hear a clear grouping of 3, 3, 2. So you could count it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And maybe you noticed when I was playing the intro, I was following also with the bass line with my left hand, exactly that grouping. So I was doing this. As you see also, I keep holding, let's say, the lowest note to make it sounding more full. But if I count now with it, it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So, and I start all the time with the root note of the chord. So when I have here F minor, I play the F, then I go one octave higher, and then I go to the fifth. Then when I switch to the next chord, so that is B flat minor, then I do the same pattern, so B flat, one octave higher, and the fifth. So then you get the first part of the intro. play the intro slow so that you can clearly see that. And try to count with it to get used to the 3-3-2 rhythm. Now let's take a look at the first verse. For this you can use a very simple pattern. You can hardly call it a pattern, but when you watch the original video you can clearly see that mostly he plays just a chord and a bass when there is a chord change. So something like this. Όλη μου λένε γύρνα σελίδα να σε ξεχάσω με τον καιρό. Πέρασαν μήνες που δεν σε είδα κι είσαι ακόμα εδώ. I played only with my thumb the F also on the E from εδώ to make it a little nicer. So κι είσαι ακόμα εδώ. If you find that pattern too simple, you can play also an extra bass note on the start of the second group. So we have 3 groups per measure and the grouping is 3-3-2. So 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2. So you can use a pattern like this. 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2. So if I play that together with singing, then it's like this. Όλοι μου λένε γύρνα σελίδα να σε ξεχάσω με τον καιρό. Πέρασαν μήνες που δεν σε είδα κι είσαι ακόμα εδώ. Of course you don't have to play all the time this second bass note. You can just use it as a little variation. So sometimes you play only on the start of the first group and other times you play 2 bass notes per measure. If you like, you can, for example, also in the first verse play only the very simple pattern that I have explained before, and in the second verse play the extra bass note. But if you like, you can also play, let's say, in the first verse all the time or most of the time this extra bass note, and then use a little more difficult pattern for the second verse, which I will show now. Όλοι μου λένε γύρνα σελίδα, βρες κάτι άλλο να ξεχαστείς. Ζω καναπνέω με την ελπίδα πως κάποια μέρα θα έρθεις. As you maybe heard, this pattern is 2 measures long, and since there is almost every measure a chord change, you will play normally 2 chords in one pattern. But let's start first with just 1 chord, which I play 2 measures long. So these were 2 measures, and now I will make the chord change. So again. For the chorus, you can use the following pattern. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So first you play on the first group the chord and the bass together. Then on the start of the second group you play only the chord. And on the start of the last group you play only the bass. Με ξενύχτησες πάλι με ποτό και κρεπάλι, η καρδιά δε με βγάζει άσπρο πρόσωπο. Το κεφάλι σκυμμένο, το μυαλό θολωμένο και το γέλιο σφυμμένο απ' το πρόσωπο. Now you can continue playing this pattern for a long time, also during this part. But then after that, there is a more difficult pattern, because you get with the left hand the normal 4 beats that you hear very clear in a lot of songs in 4/4 time, but with your right hand you're still playing these groups 3, 3, 2. So like this. And then when you sing along with it, it is of course even more difficult. But it's just a matter of practice. Όλοι μου λένε μην επιμένεις, αν σ' αγαπούσε θα ήταν εδώ, δεν θα γυρίσει, μην περιμένεις, άδικα χάνεις καιρό. Now then, after the 4th verse, you can play exactly the same pattern for the chorus, but you can also, with your right hand, also play the chord on the last group. So then you get this. Με ξενύχτησες πάλι με ποτό και κρεπάλι, η καρδιά δε με βγάζει απροσπρό. Με ξενύχτησες πάλι με ποτό και κρεπάλι, η καρδιά δε με βγάζει άσπρο πρόσωπο. As you have seen, I have still some trouble with some parts of the song because at the moment I'm learning it, and when I'm ready I will upload the complete song. But in this video I have shown you all the patterns that I'm planning to use, but of course there can be slight variations. Even every time that I play a song it might be a little different, but that's the nice thing of playing music. So I hope that this video was useful and thank you for watching. Ευχαριστώ.